Hey guys, how you doing? This is Juan with Liberty Graphic Designs, and today I'm going to show you how I set up my laser to cut the fabric or to cut the patterns for my t-shirts, so don't go anywhere. So somebody asked me if I can make a video on how to set up or how I set up LightBurn to cut my patterns, to cut the fabric on my laser. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna bring you in so you can see my laptop and see the process that or the way that I do it. So the first thing we normally do is we gotta know what kind of fabric we're gonna be cutting. And in this case, I'm gonna cut, let's cut several different types, and I already have the actual files. I already got the files ready to go. I do this way before I bring them into LightBurn. I want to have everything ready. Hold on, I got the wrong one. I got the one for baseball. We're gonna grab one for basketball because this one is a little different. This is a new file. So as you can see, I buy my patterns from various places, and then I modify them to my likings. For example, if I grab the large and put it against, well, let me grab this one so you can see the modifications that I've done to them. If this is the original right here, and this is the ones that I modify. So there's a big difference. Obviously, you probably can't tell, but I cut this what goes underneath your arm, so I cut them separately, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. Then the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to place my patterns in the work area. This right here, this square that you see, this gray square, that's the work area for the laser. So I'm going to grab them and I'm going to place them inside the work area, making sure that it still works and everything is good. So let me bring this one up a little more, just like that. Let me turn the laser on so you guys can see. So once we have our patterns ready to go in the work area, next thing we got to do is we got to set the power and the speed. And if you notice right here, there's a lot of colors in here. This is for every pattern. If you go in here, like if you notice, this pattern is like blue and then green, and it's different kinds of colors, right? I can set them all to the same color. That doesn't matter. But I'm gonna go right here because our pattern, the one that we're working with, is black. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select that. Actually, let me turn it to one color. So now everything is black, and I'm just gonna go over here, select the one that I'm working with, and I'm gonna double click, and that's gonna bring me another, another menu. Right here I can tell it what speed. Let me see if I can zoom in a little more. I think that's all I can zoom in. And right here, so I'm gonna tell it how fast I want it to go. In this case, is going at 55 inches per second, so that's pretty fast, right? And I have the power at 85%. That's really high, and the reason why it's so high is because I'm cutting really fast. I can bring this down to 75% power. Oops, I didn't mean to hit. Okay, but I brought it down to 55, and then if it's a thick fabric, what I do is I do several passes. In this case, I'm doing just one pass. And that's it, it's ready to go. So I just click OK, and our job is set, ready to go. And the next thing will be to set up your fabric. In this case, we're using this red mesh, and this is a thick kind of fabric. It's gonna be for basketball jerseys, so the fabric is gonna be it's gonna be just fine. So I'm gonna set it up, and I'm gonna make sure that my fabric doesn't have any wrinkles, that is nice and flat, that is laying flat. And once we have our fabric ready to go, if you're not sure, let's say for example in this case I have a full sheet, right? So I know that the job is gonna fit. But if you're not sure, you can do a trace, and then you'll know if it's gonna fit. But in this case, I'm just gonna hit start, and you'll see the laser start cutting. So now that the laser is done, one of the things that you gotta watch out for is to make sure that it actually cut all the way through. Remember how I was telling you on the software, we can do it to do 2 passes, and on this one I can tell it still needs another pass. And I'm gonna show you. I don't want to move it too much because then the second pass is not gonna go through it. But right now I can't peel it, so we're gonna do another pass, and we're gonna see what it does after the second pass. So now it's done doing the second pass, right? So see, now I can split it, and the patterns are ready. They're cut, just like that. So it's very simple. It's not that hard to set them up. Mainly, it's going to be like setting up your power, making sure that it's nice and strong, so you can go cut right through it, right? So, but with this being a basketball jersey, we're gonna also cut the numbers, and we're gonna do sort of what is called an applique. So let me set up the numbers, and now we're gonna bring this right here. And this is just a piece of obviously white fabric, right? And I'm gonna set up the numbers and the name. So see that this one is just a piece, right? So now I'm gonna run a trace to see if it's gonna fit. And then we'll run a trace, and it has to be from here that way. So we're good this way. I'm just gonna move it to where it'll work. Now in this case, this fabric is thicker than the one we just cut. So I'm gonna tell it to cut twice, and what you're gonna see is you're gonna see the laser actually go around it twice on the same cut. It's just gonna look like it's taking a little longer because it's going twice. That's it. Again, if you notice, it looked like it was taking a little longer. It's because it was going on the same line twice. And now all I gotta do is just take this off, and there's my number. So number, this is gonna be for the logo, and then we have the name. This number, this bigger number right here, is gonna be in the back. You get it off of here. It looks like it didn't cut, but it did cut. It's just that there's a carrier on the back, and it didn't cut the paper all the way through, but it's okay. I don't need the paper. That's just the paper for the adhesive. And that's it. This is trash, and we have everything we needed. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up another fabric, and this fabric is a lot lighter than the other ones. So on this one, what that means by the fabric being lighter is that I can go much faster than the other one. So what you're gonna see being cut right now, this is gonna be the pattern for the regular t-shirts. And just like that, the pattern is ready to go. And as you can see on this one, because it's a lot thinner, I don't have to do a second pass. This one, just one pass and we're good to go. This is the back. It's going to be the back for the t-shirt, and this will be the front, just like that. So that's how I set up my laser to cut fabric. Obviously, like you notice on this one right here, because it was so thick, or it was thicker, on this one we had to do a second pass on this fabric. Again, because it's a lot thicker and it requires more power, and you can also achieve the same thing by having the same power but just less speed, not as fast. Something this thin, you can have again the same power, which was on both of them I'm going at 75%, 55 inches per second on both of them. But this one needed a second pass because it didn't go all the way through because it was going so fast. On the numbers that you saw me cut, or for the applique, yeah, the numbers, this one's right here, it also requires a second pass because of it being so thick. That's how simple it is. It's very, very simple. All it takes is just a couple of tries, and then you'll find out how fast your laser needs to be, how much power. It's very simple, very, very easy. But that's it for this video, guys. I'm gonna continue on cutting patterns because I gotta do a bunch of shirts for a funeral today, and I'm gonna get to it, you know, so I can get those patterns ready. Today is Saturday the 16th, December the 16th, and I gotta get this done because the funeral is on Monday. I usually don't work on Sunday, so I gotta get, it's 33 shirts that I gotta get. It's cut and sew. 33 shirts that I gotta get done today, and I might have to work tomorrow, which is Sunday. Again, I usually don't work on Sundays, but there's always excuses for that. So this is it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. It's a pleasure like always. If you guys have any more questions or something that you want to see being cut, let me know and we'll do it. If you guys are in the market, make sure you check out Com5 Lasers USA and use code Liberty01. I don't know if the code still works, but they had a code that will give you a discount. So again, if you guys are looking for a laser, check them out. Check them out. They got a lot of cool stuff. This laser's been really good to me for the past 3 years. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and like and subscribe and share and all that good stuff. Thank you. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye, and I will see you later. Adios. Have a blessed one. God bless you, and I will see you later. Bye bye now.